Hey guys, so I'm back today doing mango chutney, and this chutney is actually eaten with like aloo pies, Saheenas, kachori, Pholourie. It's eaten with a lot of Trinidad street foods, and I made this video because I made Saheena previously. I made Pholourie, I made aloo pies, so I'm gonna link all those videos down below because those are things you can also eat this mango chutney with. And it's very flavorful. It's made with green or half-ripe mangoes, and it's flavored with a lot of spices and just some salt and some pepper and garlic. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this, and keep watching. So what you'll need for this is about 2 mangoes. I have some Brazilian mangoes here. I can't get any Trini mangoes. They're way too expensive. So I had to settle for this. They feel green. I mean, it's supposed to be green. You're supposed to use green mangoes or half-ripe. But these feel green, and sometimes when I cut it, it's ripe on the inside. So we'll see. But I'm still going to make it even though it's ripe, because then I'll need to add less sugar because it'll be nice and sweet. So I'm going to do 2 of these. I'm going to chop them up, and without the skin, of course. And I'm going to put them in my blender and blend them up. You can also grate them if you want, or put them in your food processor. I don't have a food processor, so I'm not going to be using that. So we'll need a little bit of salt to taste, of course. Some sugar to taste. I just put about 2 tablespoons here, but if I need less or more, then I'll just add accordingly. I have about 5 leaves of shadow benny or bandania or culantro. If you don't have this, you can use cilantro. I have 1 hot pepper. This is optional if you don't want the heat, or you can use like a milder chili. I have about half of a head of garlic here. And if I need more of these seasonings, I have some that's blended already. I'll just add that to this. So now I'm going to peel my mangoes and cut them up into smaller pieces. So I have the mangoes peeled here. Now I'm just going to cut it into pieces, smaller pieces, to blend. So I just want to cube it up so when it goes into my blender, it'll be easy for it to chop. Okay, so see how much mango I got from that. I'm gonna get a good bit of chutney. I'm gonna get probably this bowl full. So with these mangoes that I have here that still has some flesh, I'm just gonna take this microplane, or you can take your blender on the fine side, and just grate the remainder until you reach the seed of the mango. So I grated as much as I could. It was kind of hard because the mango was not like really hard. It was kind of soft, so it was kind of hard to grate it. So I was just like, forget it. So now I'm gonna just place this in my blender. So let me show you all the blender now. So I have my blender here. I actually blended some green seasoning earlier. The green seasoning is made with the shadow benny or bandania. So I'm actually gonna just leave that in there because I want all the seasonings into my chutney. So I'm leaving that in there. And now I'm just gonna add the mangoes in. I'm just gonna add half in at a time. Okay, so that's good. And I'm gonna add the shadow bunny. I washed this and I'm just breaking it up and throwing it in there. I'm adding my hot pepper and the garlic. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of water, about a quarter cup of water. So I'm just gonna pulse it for a few seconds. Okay, so you see how nicely it's blended? That was just about 5 seconds. Now I'm just gonna take a spoon and scrape the sides down. I'm also gonna add the rest of the mangoes. And just a bit more water. And about a teaspoon of salt. When it's done, we'll taste it for salt. And when it's done, we'll also add the sugar. So just pulse it for a few seconds again. And in between, you just want to take your spoon and push it down to get all the mango pieces blended. And if you're using a food processor, it's gonna need much less water. And if you're grating it, you won't need any water at all. So I think grating is probably the way to go. I don't have the patience for grating right now. So I'm gonna pulse this for a little bit again. Everything's blended nicely. I don't know if you could see that. It's like a nice puree. So I'm just gonna pour it out into the bowl. So we got quite a bit of chutney. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep half for my Saheenas today, and I'm gonna freeze half for when I make something again, maybe Pholourie or something, because this is quite a lot. So let's add the sugar. I'm adding about 2 teaspoons of sugar. Taste it. Okay, so it needs salt. Gonna add about a next teaspoon. Taste again. Little bit more sugar. And it's gonna need a little bit of green seasoning. Gonna add just about half a tablespoon of green seasoning. I will link this recipe in the description box below. So you just want to mix this in. Okay, so that's perfect. So I hope you guys enjoyed this chutney recipe. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you make yours differently. I would love to hear from you. So stay tuned and I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys try the Saheena recipe also. I'll link that in the description box below. I'll also link Pholourie and Aloo Pies. You can also eat this chutney with that. So leave me a comment, give me some feedback, and I'll see you guys in my next video.